Hello and welcome to my F1 25 driver career mode here today for part 22 for the Spanish Grand Prix. We returned to Barcelona after we went pre-season testing here at the start of the year. So we come into qualifying now through the final sector of the lap. It changed a couple of years ago, we had a little wobble there. Gotta be honest, Barcelona, not my strongest track, but we come into this race off the high of Monaco. And we're going to be looking to continue that on this weekend. But the first lap was pretty shocking. We went P21, same set of tyres, we found 0.3 of a second as we round the final corner. We come up to the line, but that is only going to put us P20, and by the end of qualifying then we've dropped back to P21. We've found though 2/10 already. Now into the final corner we go, and now up to the line, and we haven't improved on position, and we're going to start P21. So this is the grid then ahead of the Spanish Grand Prix in 2026. It's Max Verstappen on pole, his first pole of the year, alongside Carlos Sainz in the Williams. Then it's Joshua Peers and Alex Albon, Lawson and Esteban Ocon, Lando Norris, Yuki Tsunoda, Bortoleto and George Russell round out the top 10. Then it's Charles Leclerc and Antonelli, Gasly and Oscar Piastri, Behrman and Nico Hulkenberg, Villeneuve and Sonny Hayes, a pretty old row. Then it's Lewis Hamilton and Jack Doohan, and we are on the back row alongside Lance Stroll. So as the cars make their way now onto the grid ahead of the Grand Prix, it's going to be a pretty easy one stop today. What can we do though from P21? We can only go forward as the 5 red lights come on then. We are racing in Barcelona, and now the run down to turn 1 is on. We've already gained a couple of positions there. We're looking to go up the inside of Sonny Hayes. We're going to the inside of this Alba. We're going to be late on the brakes, and side by side with the McLaren of Oscar Piastri, who we've made contact with there, and Piastri has pushed us off the track at turn 2. We've had to back out of it. We're up the inside of Antonelli. Have we got the Italian? Yes, we have. And now we're going to look to try and go round the outside of Piastri, but we've made a little mistake and we've made more contact on the opening lap. This time with the Mercedes of Antonelli, as now Piastri and Gasly are side by side in front of us. Piastri is going to be on the outside going through turn 6. Now turn 7. Piastri is ahead. Gasly's had to back out of it. We've got a great run, and we are also going to take Pierre Gasly on that corner as well. And up the road next is Oscar Piastri for us in the McLaren. Lap 2 now, the end of lap 2. We managed to climb to P13 on that opening lap, as now Piastri is on the back of the Sauber of Bortoleto. The straight line speed of the McLaren powers Piastri past Bortoleto, and now we are the next target for Bortoleto, and we're going to do him right round the outside. It's a lovely move there. We just about keep the car in a straight line, and now we were being told by Mark that Piastri was holding us up despite Piastri being 2 seconds up the road, as he had good pace after we were trying to get past Bortoleto. We lost out, but we've got pretty good pace on these tyres, and we did catch those 2 seconds, not in the time Mark wanted us to, but to the inside of Piastri. We tried it on lap 1. It's taken 9 extra laps, but we're finally past the Australian, and we were pulling away from the McLaren, getting that gap up to nearly 4 seconds in just 2 laps. Piastri's tyres have fallen off, and these mediums still feeling alright on lap 11, as now he's dropped back even further, has Piastri, as Gasly's got Bortoleto, and now Gasly powers back past Piastri after he lost out on that opening lap. But Piastri is going to have absolutely none of it, because here comes Oscar going to the outside of the Alpine. He's going to have him back now as we continue to pull away, and Piastri is past the Alpine again, as this was further back on the same lap, lap 12. This is the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc slowing down. And is it more reliability for Ferrari? It looks like it is. Lewis Hamilton retired last time out in Monaco with an engine failure. There's no smoke for Leclerc, but something has gone wrong with his car. Now we skip on to lap 16 as we come into the pits to make our one and only stop of the day. Piastri is going to stay out, so he's going to be trying the overcut here. We're being followed in by the Alpine of Gasly as now we trundle down the pit lane now. We're going to be going on to the hard tyres to get us to the end of this race. And then let's just see what happens. We're just kind of managing there as we're very close to hitting the back of the apex there. And now we come out of the pits. We have actually been undercut by Bortoleto, but I think he is 2 stopping. So we need to clear the Sauber as quickly as possible, like we did in the opening stint before we went hunting down after Piastri. But we're falling back a bit into the Haas of Behrman, who's overtaken us there in towards turn 1, but we're going to go back round the outside of him and retake the places. There is Piastri coming out of the pits, and he is a long way back behind us. Now lap 19 we've caught Bortoleto and we're past the Sauber, and we're putting some distance and some cars in between us and Piastri. As now this is the Red Bull of Liam Lawson, currently sitting in P7, or he was, because he's slowing down now. He's overtaken by his teammate and he's pulling off and out of the Spanish Grand Prix. It's been a pretty poor start to the season for him in his Red Bull. And now this is Behrman coming at the inside and past the Sauber of Bortoleto there. Good move by Behrman. Piastri is slowly catching this pack now, and by lap 22 he's caught the Sauber of Bortoleto. He's going to the outside. Hadjar could have got the job done around the outside at turn 1. Bortoleto thinks better off it, backs out of it before they get to the first corner. As now this is Carlos Sainz, who is behind us, who pitted a couple of laps later than us and is starting to hunt us down. Is Carlos Sainz. As now Piastri is let free from Behrman as Behrman pits, and we're coming under pressure from Carlos Sainz, who is not in our race at all. So Sainz gets us. We're not going to fight that one. Our race is very much with Piastri today. Sainz is pretty much battling for a podium today. As now we go through the first couple of corners now, and this kind of just became our race now. Piastri and Albon, in fact, were both starting to catch us. So this is Albon now, who has caught the back of Piastri and is going to the inside of the McLaren and is ahead of the McLaren then of Piastri. Takes that P7 as we're currently sitting quite nicely in P6. And now Albon is after us, just a couple laps to go for us to hold on, and hopefully we can. Albon just outside our DRS. He broke it there going through turn 10, but we've just about got it back out there as we go into the final corner. But on to lap 32, they've caught us, and Albon's going for a move on us to take P6 away from us as we look to go around the outside and fend off the Williams. Now Piastri's going to try and find a way past. Hopefully both of us for his sake. Now going on to the final lap of the Grand Prix. This is it for Albon, in towards turn 1. He's ahead of us, but like the lap before, we're going to hold it round the outside, keep the Williams behind. But up front, Max Verstappen has put a Max Verstappen performance in. He is going to win the Spanish Grand Prix by some margin over Lando Norris. 20 seconds. It's his first win for Aston Martin. It's Aston Martin's first win in Formula 1. Lando Norris is P2, and P3 is going to be the Red Bull of Yuki Tsunoda, getting his first podium since the Japanese Grand Prix. And we are going to hold off the Williams and the McLaren to get a great P6.
You've heard this one before. Max Verstappen takes the victory.
And they led every single lap of the race. It was a light to flag victory, and that is total dominance.
So much to talk about. We will continue to do so. But first, it is time for the podium. Max Verstappen has been here before. Another win in Formula One.
So that's been then your Spanish Grand Prix for 2026. Max Verstappen is back. His first win for Aston Martin, winning it by 20 seconds, leading every single lap. It's just your typical Max Verstappen performance ahead of Lando Norris and Yuki Tsunoda. Carlos Sainz was P4 and Joshua Pearce was P5. We come home for P6, just holding off Albon and Piastri. It's a great race for us after we started P21. It's a great recovery drive. I think it was the best we could have asked for today. We didn't have the pace of the top 5. It is a bit of a reality check though after the win in Monaco. Down at the back though, there was 2 retirements today, one of them being Charles Leclerc and the other being the Red Bull of Liam Lawson. So Jack Doohan in the Alpine was the final finisher on the road today, and this is what it means in terms of the Drivers' World Championship. Now that win for Max Verstappen means he takes over the lead from us of the Drivers' World Championship. We've gone from leading the championship by a point to being 1 point behind the leader in P2, and we're just ahead by a point of Lando Norris. Just 2 points separate the top 3. Then it's Sonny Hayes P4, and P5 in the drivers is Joshua Pearce. Down at the back there's still a lot of drivers still yet to score this season, with Bortoleto still being bottom. In terms of the Constructors' Championship then, Apex continues to lead. Their gap now is 9 points over us in P2. McLaren stay P3 with that win for Aston Martin, mean they jump Ferrari, with now still Sauber and Alpine still yet to score this season. So that's been then your Spanish Grand Prix. Dominant win for Max Verstappen, making it 4 different winners in the first 4 races, and the championship is very much heating up. Next though, we go racing in Montreal. I'll see you then for the Canadian Grand Prix. Goodbye.